Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. In today's video, I want to talk about letting women come to you. In today's day and age for men, this is especially hard to do because of the way that we're conditioned. So in modern movies, for example, if a girl breaks up with a guy, the guy is going to do everything he can to try to win the girl back. So he's pursuing the girl, and the girl's not really getting the time to sit there and think about this dude on if she misses him, loves him, and if she really wants to be with him or not. And that applies in other areas too, like when it comes time to meeting a girl that you don't know, or going out on a date or a second date. Also, because of the world we live in today, where we can get things immediately, like with Amazon, you can get things literally overnight. It conditions us to just want things now. And so I've always said that here. Let me see if I can show you guys an example of this. Okay, so if I sit here, you gotta understand, men are like dogs, women are like cats. So watch this. Jaeger, come here. So if I call my dog over here, and let's see if he actually comes to me. Jaeger, come. So if he comes over here, I'll get him to jump in my lap. But I just see how I called him, and he's making his way over here right now. And Jaeger, come here. And all I got to do is just tap on my leg, and he'll run up. He'll jump up here right now. Come here, buddy. Jump up. See, that's all I got to do, right? Now the men are just like this. If we get slight attention from a woman, we're like, hell yeah, I want that, right? Because we know if we like a girl immediately or not. Now, women, on the other hand, since they are emotional creatures and they're estrogen high, women tend to react based on how they feel. And so usually it's going to take a woman, some time to even be able to tell if she likes you or not. So if we're constant, now this you have to understand a masculine and feminine role as well. A man's job in the masculine role is to go out, pursue his mission, be a leader, be direct, say what he wants, chase dreams. And then the feminine role and the traditional feminine woman is designed to nurture a relationship, to chase the man, to bring and build love. So if you look at how women get love from their dads when they're younger, it might make understanding this a little easier. So when a girl misses her dad, she'll run up to her dad, get all the love in the world, and then when she's done, she'll run away and she'll go back to playing or go to mom or do whatever. So the same thing applies here. If you are constantly texting a girl first, if you are constantly asking a girl to hang out all the time, or you're calling her, double texting her all the time, she's not really getting the chance to have time away from you to where she can think about you and then text you like she misses you. Okay, now what I mean by that is this. So if a girl reaches out to you first, you should always assume that she wants to see you, okay? Based on what I just said about how women get love, if a girl reaches out to you, it's like she's trying to come back to dad. She wants to see you. So then you can invite her to hang out. Now, once you invite her to hang out, you just sit back and you wait for her to get back to you. And she's either going to agree to see you or she's going to come up with some kind of excuse. And if she comes up with some kind of excuse to not see you, well, then I would honestly not continue texting that girl, because we want to be with somebody that wants to be like, fuck yeah, I want to hang out with you, okay? Women who like you make things easy. So women won't directly ask you out, most of them anyways, okay? Women won't directly ask you out. They will do it indirectly, and their indirect way of wanting to see you is by reaching out to you first. And so then that's when you would ask them out, okay? So if I give you an example, let me tell you a story about this girl that I was talking to that I really wanted to pursue, okay? So this girl works at the barber shop that I go to every 3 weeks to see my guy named Bernie. And so I won't say this girl's name, but the last time, 3 weeks ago, when we had this interaction, you ever know when, you ever feel when you interact with a girl, I talk to girls all the time, but you know when there's a girl that you're interested in, there's girls you're interested in, you're like, heck yeah, I want to talk to you, but then there's that one girl that really stands out and makes you feel a lot differently than all these other girls that you've been talking to? That's kind of the feeling I got when it came to this girl in particular. And so I was really excited to want to talk to her. And so we started talking. She asked me about my YouTube channel, and I gave her my Instagram. And then she was like, well, I don't really use Instagram. So I gave her my phone number instead. And I was like, listen, if you want to talk, just go ahead and reach out to me. So I left the barbershop. A week goes, 6 days go by. I haven't heard anything from her. And then she adds me on Instagram. So at this point, most guys, or I'd say a lot of guys, would think, okay, she added me on Instagram, I should reach out to her. Because now we can either reach out to her or we can wait for her to actually contact you. If you reach out to her, just because she added you, you are pursuing her. Okay? And if I wait for her to contact me, she's coming to me. Because remember, your job as a man is to be direct and say what you want. So I already gave her my phone number, and I made it very clear, if you want to talk, go ahead and reach out to me. So then at that 6 day span, I was like, fuck, I haven't heard from this girl yet. Maybe was I wrong about thinking that she likes me? I'm like, nah, because I'm pretty sure that interaction I had with her, I mean, all the signs of interest were there. And compared to every other girl that I've interacted with so far that I've gotten phone numbers from, this one definitely stands out. And just from her actions alone tells me that she's got to be interested. So she added me on Instagram. Another 6 days go by. So now we're on 2 weeks, and I still haven't heard from her. And then I posted a picture of my dog and I on Sunday, and she likes that picture, which tells me she was on Instagram. So her actions in that 2 week span show that I'm not important enough for her to reach out. Okay, you have to let women come to you at their own terms. So even though it's been 2 weeks and I wanted to reach out because my anxiety was getting to me, I was like, fuck, I really wanted to hear from that girl, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. You've got to be patient, man. You've got to practice infinite patience. Let her come to you. I had 2 of my girlfriends say that, well, she added you on Instagram. That means that maybe she wants you to reach out first. And while that's true, she might have, remember what I said, if the woman reaches out to you first, after you told her that she can talk to you, she is coming to you. If I were to reach out to her, I would be pursuing her. And then I'm in the guessing game of, did she want that or did she not want that? Because women need time to see or feel if they really want to be with you or not. So another week goes by. So now we're on 3 weeks. And I get my hair cut every 3 weeks. I just got it done yesterday. So this story's yesterday. So I go into the barbershop. I see her there. And she goes, hi, hey, how are you? And I was like, I'm doing well. I was like, I'm doing much better now that I get to see you. And then I'm sitting here getting my hair cut from Bernie. And I look at her. And I'm like, God, you are just so fucking pretty. And I said that in front of the whole barbershop. I just didn't care. And then, fast forward, I told her again at the end of before I left, I'm like, hey, it's great talking to you, because she gave me a hug. She was here, give me a hug. So I gave her a hug, and I said, listen, I was like, you have a way to get a hold of me. If you want to talk, reach out. And it felt kind of awkward at first. Like, the conversation felt kind of awkward. I didn't really know how to go from there. And then I left, and then today, Tuesday, I wake up and I get a message on Instagram, and it's her reaching out saying, good morning, Mitchell. So I let her come to me, and it took 3 weeks for her to do that. Now, in this case, it's possible that she needed to see me in person again to really feel out if she wanted to reach out and text me first or not. Because remember, women take time, man. Women do things based on how they feel. And if a girl is like a cat, as I said, she's going to want to test the waters, kind of scope things out a little bit, see if it's safe enough for her to reach out and want to reach out, okay? But especially because men are physically dominant to women. Women need to feel safe when it comes to interacting with a man, especially if they've got any trauma from their past relationships. And a lot of women do. I've dated a girl that had trauma, okay? So I understand this. So in this example then, when it comes to letting the woman come to you and just trusting the process and letting time do its thing, that's the hard part. Is if you really like this girl and you're fixated on this girl, if you don't have other women to talk to, then you're going to focus on her. That's why I always preach, try to talk to as many girls as you can, because if you really like 3 different girls and one of those girls doesn't show up or plan a date with you or ignores you, well, you got 2 other girls to think of. So that third one's not really going to be that big of an issue. in this case, at the time, Amanda was the one that out of all the girls I really wanted. All right. So that being said then, so she was one of the girls that I really wanted. So by letting her come to me, even though I had to wait that amount of time, 3 weeks, the process of just trusting time and trusting, so in my head, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm good enough. Hell yeah, I know she's going to want to talk to me. Okay? Because I'm an awesome guy. So in my head, I'm like, eventually she'll come back to me. So even though I thought that, the waiting process, especially because men want things like right now, that's the hard part, okay? The hard part is delayed gratification, because you don't know, you have no idea if she wants to talk to you or not. You have no clue. She could have came back around 6 months later, for all I know. Or it's possible she just never wanted to engage in a conversation with me. You don't know. But in this case, and when it comes to letting a woman come to you, you just have to bottom line her actions. So if she's not reaching out to you directly, I mean, whether that's a DM or a Facebook chat or a text message or a phone call, if she's not personally interacting with you, and if she likes a photo, that does not count. If she adds you on Instagram or likes a photo, that does not count. If the girl is not directly contacting you, she's not choosing to come to you, do not take the bait. Do not reach out to her. Let her process her feelings and decide if she wants to come to you or not. Okay, so that's going to be the video on then, let women come to you. And so listen, guys, if you want help when it comes to approaching women that you don't know, how to talk to them, how to tell if they like you, if they don't like you, how to get their phone number, how to ask about on a date, how to tell masculine and feminine roles, that way you can maintain relationships for the long term and just be happy. If you see a link in the description, that means my new book on the modern dating, a new ebook, is finally out, and you guys can get that today. And that's everything that I have learned and practiced over my 29 years of dating on how that you can talk to women and get the woman of your dreams. If you want to work with me on a one-on-one with coaching, and you want to develop, or you want to work on personal development, confidence, mindset, or like life mastery, whether that's personal or in business, then if you see a link down below, my coaching is also available and you can book a time to talk with me. With that being said, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That way more people can see it, and I will talk to you guys soon.